Hey guys, I'm Left-Handed Jeff. Welcome to Quazzistellar. Thanks for tuning in, and today the journey begins. So let's start at the beginning. Why Left-Handed Jeff? Man, I love that riff. Left-Handed Jeff back with you. And I gotta tell you guys, I am really stoked about today's episode. Lots in store for you, and again, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you would, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so that you can keep up with everything Quazzistellar. And as I said, we totally appreciate you guys being here. Oh, and before I go any further, we've got a few cool things to give away today. Also, a new feature segment. You're going to really love it, so stay tuned for that. On to today's topic, why Left-Handed Jeff? I got to tell you something, I grew up in a large family. We had 3 boys, I was in the middle, and when I was probably 7 or 8 years old, my dad bought each of us an instrument for Christmas, and he bought it in order of our age, in the size of the instrument. So my dad was a bluegrass musician, so he bought us the traditional instruments. My older brother got a guitar, I got a banjo, my younger brother got a mandolin. Now my other 2 brothers, they just didn't even take to it, they left them in the corner. I didn't really care for the banjo, so I took my older brother's guitar and I told my dad I wanted to learn. What he did was he drew 3 chords, G, C, and D, real simple. And he said, here you go, you learn these 3. And when you can come back and you can play them, nice and smooth and clean and change between them. So he said, when you get those down, come back and I'll teach you a song. Tom Dooley, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. It's an old, bluegrass song. Now, understand that the guitar was a normal right-handed guitar, and I was a little kid, so I didn't know any better. I just played it like my dad played it. And my left hand immediately was a key. It just seemed to really, had a unique attack on the guitar. And over the next couple of years or so, I just practiced incisively every single day, 8, 10, 12 hours. By my early teens, I was really beginning to develop a really strange, odd, weird way of attacking the fretboard and what I call my gallop method. And here, I'll show you real quick. And it's really just the action of my left hand taking over. And because of that, it gave me kind of a weird twist on it. And my older brother, rest his soul, he was 10 years older than me, and he was huge into Southern rock. My dad had taught him as well, phenomenal, best guitarist ever. And he turned me on to the Dixie Dregs and a guitarist named Steve Morse. And when I listened to Steve Morse, I just felt this kind of special, weird connection to him. The way that his licks came out were different than everybody else's, and somehow they were kind of easier for me to understand. And back then there was no internet or anything, so I did some digging, Guitar Player magazine, everything I could. And I found out that Steve Morse was left-handed and he played a regular right-handed guitar like me. And I was like, okay, somebody else is doing it. There's not many of us, but somebody else is doing it. And from that point forward, left-handed Jeff was born. So I decided to embrace my left-handed oddity approach, and I began crafting my own style. And to be honest with you, what happened was I came up in an era of shredders, and I was in my band Bad Axe, and I started shredding in whatever regard that was. But because my left hand was just kind of so weird, my style became what it was, and I kind of became known as that left-handed Jeff, that left-handed guy who plays that odd style on the guitar, makes it do those weird things and cry some odd noises. So that is how left-handed Jeff came to be. And everything to me in music and really life in general is inspiration. And so I'm going to talk about the inspiration behind this project, and I'm also going to announce what we're going to do for our new segment, and I'm going to announce as well what we're going to do for our giveaway today, which is going to be super cool. And don't forget that we are also doing the Simmons SD2000, SD1000. Don't listen to him. SD2000 drum kit, promise. And that's going to be when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So make sure that you tell everybody, click that subscribe button, ring that bell, keep up with what we're doing, okay? So here's what we got coming up, and this is what's going to be great. Every week we're going to add a new segment. Every week we're going to have something super cool happening. We are preparing for the recording of this album. Working title is, as of right now, Like Water. We're going to participate with you guys. You're going to send us your kind of suggestions, your thoughts, and we're going to let you help us craft what this final project is going to be. Starting with, we're going to throw out some suggestions for the title of the album itself. Like I said, I've got the working title of Like Water, but we're going to have multiple selections that we're going to put out there and have some polls and things going on. And we're also going to ask you guys to send in your suggestions too. So it's going to be really interactive, really cool, and really fun. Now, what I want to tell you guys is we're going to start a brand new segment that I think is super, super cool. And this segment is going to be called, drum roll please, YouTube. And what it's basically going to be is it's going to be where people that I know and or fans of the channel are going to send in or link us to their own YouTube videos and their own videos of them jamming and playing. And we're going to actually react to them with you. So we're all going to get to know each other, create this huge, cool community. And during the course of us, crafting this album together and growing and getting better at what we're doing, because I'm telling you right now, like I said in the last episode, it's been a long time since I've been doing this, and I'm really working hard to make sure that I come up to the level that not only I expect out of myself, but the level that I want to make sure that I give you guys every single episode, every single time, okay? And not just on the guitar, but as far as the content that we're doing, the things we're going to be giving away, what we're going to be giving back, and really to make this a fun ride and a fun project. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to do the first U2 segment tonight, and we're going to feature a really good friend of mine. He actually was my guitar tech back in Bad Axe way back in the day, and he goes by 5150 because when that album came out, he immediately, or when that amp came out, Eddie Van Halen's 5150 amp, he immediately went out and got one, and we're both huge Eddie Van Halen fans, so of course I gave him the moniker of 5150, and it's kind of stuck ever since. So we're going to throw up a video for him right now. We're all going to sit and enjoy it. This is Mr. Mark. And shout out to you, Mark. Thank you so much for throwing it up there, brother. You know that we love you. And I got to tell you, that Charvel through that, oh my goodness, through that 5150 system is sweet. Let's check it out. And that's awesome. Listen, guys, first of all, thank you so much, Mark. You are forever going to be the first. Ha ha! Dude, we're going to have such a good time doing this, and I'm really putting a lot of effort into making sure that there's a thought process behind this, and that this is something that you guys can engage with me in, and that we can both really get something out of this that I'm giving back for you to give back to me. You're giving back to me with your feedback, you're giving back to me just because for the love of music, for the love of guitar, for guitar's sake, I have to do this, you know? And I'm hoping that I find some other people out there who this will spark them, and they have to do it too. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to help them along the way, and we're gonna have some excellent things to give away and to try to help people with and to give back, starting with tonight. And as I said before, giveaway! So before we do the giveaway, guess what? We're gonna get some more jamming just for 1 second, just something to do to break up the noise. Giveaway time! What we're going to give away is this, guys. As I told you last time, way back in 2001 and 2002, I got this wild spark to do an instrumental CD after I had been out of the industry for 5 years. And I put together a home studio like I did this time. I recorded it. It's called After Hours. It's by Jeff Dean, that's my name. It's available on Google Play Music and other places. You can Google, we'll have a link down there if you'd like to check it out. But tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to give 5 of them away, signed, autographed, send them right to you. Don't be surprised if there's other little, stuff in there for you. So we're going to send them to you, and what you're going to do is this, just put your comments down in there, down in the comments below. We're going to go through the comments. This is kind of the point of this whole channel to me, and to the reason I keep asking everybody to do this. I'm just looking for the heart and soul. I'm just looking for people that this, it touches you a little bit, and that hopefully you get something out of this. And I'm just going to pick 5 people at random. We're going to DM you, and then we're going to just get your shipping information. We're going to send one out to you, okay? So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed the episode this evening, the new segments. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you tune in next week. We're going to do 1 a week. Every single week is going to be something new added. Every single week we're going to make it more exciting, hopefully. We're going to make it better production, and we're going to make it a better time for all. And guess what? We're making an album together. What's cooler than that? What could be cooler than that? So guys, again, I'm Left-Handed Jeff. And remember, I just thought about this. You can take their toys that makes their noise, but you can't change Mother Nature. thanks again for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. If you would, be sure to click and the button and the button down here, subscribe button. 3, 2, in 3,